So a lot of people say because I'm homeschooled and because I'm 24 that I am not qualified to speak on things such as economics. They say, where are your qualifications? And they call me stupid for other viewpoints. And by they, I'm talking about the left. I normally don't get on the internet to defend myself, but I think that this is a very interesting talking point, and I thought it would be fun to discuss. The first issue I have with this line of thinking from the left is that you need to be qualified or certified to talk about certain things, whereas that is just straight up not true. We have the freedom of speech. And they say, well, just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you're free of the consequences from what you say, to which I agree. However, if we're trying to have a conversation, you need to have the same respect for me that I have for you. I don't name call you. That's just one example. Secondly, I'm not mean when I'm speaking to you. Your intention when you speak to me is very, very rude and mean. And not only do you think that you're right, which is fine, but you think that you're better than me. And so that's where we have an issue. That's called pride. The third thing I wanted to point out is that bad assumptions are very, very dangerous. For example, people assume that I'm not qualified. People assume that I'm dumb because they see something like, oh, she's homeschooled, she's dumb. Oh, she's 24, she's dumb. Well, you should start with asking questions. What do you know about economics? Just watching a 1 or 2 minute TikTok and judging somebody on that in and of itself is stupid. You can't watch a bunch of TikToks and be like, oh, I know exactly what Heather is thinking and who she is. So why do I bother with all this? Why do I even try with these people that seem so hopeless to have a conversation with? Well, it's because I think that this is a time in our country for a lot of healing. I think that even if their fear, the liberals' fear, is irrational, I still care about the way that people feel. And being fearful is the worst feeling ever. Even if it's irrational, I would love to promote healing between Democrats and Republicans. And I would love to see Democrats and liberals have the same respect for me in order to have a conversation as I have for them, because I disagree with so many of the things on their platform, but I can get on TikTok and go out in my real life and have a conversation. But the second that you think you're better than me, that's where our conversation is going to be fleeting.